Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19 Cousins folks. 3 weeks in a row. It's almost, at least for this award, the WNBA has packed it in. They have said, no mas, no more. We give up. We get it. Caitlin Clark is playing better basketball in the WNBA than anyone else right now. By the way, first of all, we know she should have more of these. Okay, but that being said, 3 in a row has never been done before in the WNBA. I don't believe that it's been done in the NBA. Now, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers for the week of September 2nd to September 8th. 25 points per game, 4.3 made threes per game, 10 assists per game, 7.7 rebounds per game. Absolutely monstrous numbers. And oh, by the way, that has never happened before. What's that, you ask? No WNBA player has ever averaged 25 points and 10 assists across a 3-game span. Caitlin Clark has now averaged that across the past 5 games. Not only that, folks, let's look at this. Most games, now keep this in mind, this is really important. I'm going to put it into context for you. Most games with 25 points and 10 assists in WNBA history. Caitlin Clark is tied with Sabrina Ionescu for that record. Next is Diana Taurasi with 3. Now, the context. The WNBA has been around for 28 years. Folks, 28 years. Caitlin Clark now is tied on a record that takes a number of games, right? So it's production, but it's also supposedly a longevity award. This is one of the reasons they can't stand Caitlin Clark. This is part of where the jealousy comes in, because all they ever talk about is how it's the most competitive league in the world. And yet Caitlin Clark has shown you, no, nuh-uh. This level is not nearly good enough. This is why people don't watch. A league has been around for 28 years. And Caitlin Clark comes in and in 36 games ties a longevity record with 5 games with 25 points and 10 assists. By the way, Sabrina Ionescu hasn't exactly been around a long time either. As we know, Diana Taurasi has been around a long, long time. A long, long time. It is absolutely crazy. Now, what really has me thrown off in doing videos like this, and why you kind of hear some just, I don't know, surprise in my voice, is because it has been pounded into my head over and over again that this league is too physical for Caitlin Clark. She's not built for it. Right, Gino? Reality is coming, folks. Right, DT? Reality, thy name is Caitlin Clark. She can only shoot the 3. And oh, by the way, she won't be able to do that against the defenders in the WNBA because they're bigger and stronger and faster and quicker. She has no handles, right? She can't dribble. She can't create her own bucket, even though she actually leads the league in doing exactly that. And I think it's the last I checked, so it might not include the last game. I believe it was 64% of Caitlin Clark's baskets are unassisted. Unassisted. That is creating your own buckets. She's got no mid-range game, folks. Oh, I think we've seen, if you've been watching my post games for the Indiana Fever, we absolutely know that's not true. And her mid-range game gets more and more ridiculous as the season goes along. Not quick enough. What is the ankle breaking Hall of Fame up to now? How many players has she put on their butts as she goes left to right and beats them off the dribble? How many players has she simply torched by going hard to the basket? I mean, this is absolutely crazy what was said about Caitlin Clark when she came into the league. And by the way, and maybe I will do it and save I'll save it for another video because our wonderful Cindy Brunson, there is actually video of her, or it's might be audio. She was on a podcast before the WNBA season, and she sounded a lot like Gino. I mean, she was hating on Caitlin Clark that she wasn't going to be able to do those things in the WNBA, folks. It wasn't going to happen. She didn't have it in her. So let's check out the season splits. This is monstrous. This is crazy. Again, let this sink in. Hear what I am saying. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Before the Olympic break, 17.1 points per game, 8.2 assists per game, which was already leading the WNBA, and 5.2 rebounds per game. Since the Olympic break, 24.7 points per game. We've elevated to 9.3 assists per game and 5.8 rebounds per game. I got to say, I'm a little disappointed that assist number's not 10, Caitlin. I know. Make a few more layups, right? Make a few more layups, people. But here's the other thing. This is why what I want you to really understand with these numbers and how ridiculous the post-Olympic break numbers are. The ones before, which include already leading the league in assists, no player in the WNBA ever in its history has finished a season averaging 17 points and 8 assists a game, which is what she was doing into the break. And you see how much she's turned it up since the break. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. By the way, I have an update. Now, I shouldn't say it. This is not a complete update, but it's close enough. Total points contributed, right? Points scored plus points for assists, that combination of which she leads the league. And if she continues this way, she's on pace to set a record for combined points that way. Now, even if you only give 2 points for every assist, and we know Caitlin's got assists on quite a number of threes with Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell on her team. But even without that extra point on those, she's combined 1,304 points. Next is Asia Wilson at 1,089. She's over 200 points ahead of the next player in line. Absolutely crushing it. Some records to watch. Yeah, we have some records to watch. Most points by a rookie. She needs 53 more. Most assists in a season, not a rookie record, the WNBA assist record. She needs 11 more. Of course, as we know, she only needs one more 25.10 assist game to have that record all by herself in her rookie year. And she needs 18 made threes to get the most made threes in a season. I think that's the toughest one on the list. In 4 games, she's got to make what's that, 4.5 a game? So that's going to be tough, especially if they decide that last game that starters are going to get limited minutes, which is a real possibility. They absolutely definitely have to play because there's too much of a stretch between the next to last game and the playoff game, and you don't want to be rusty. It's always that tricky balance. Always that tricky balance if you're not really playing anything. Like if they're in the 6th seed and that's it doesn't make sense for the starters, Boston and Mitchell and Clark to be playing 35 minutes, maybe 25, 30 at the most. But so that is always a tricky thing because you got to balance injury risk and rest and rust. By the way, the season averages, just so you know where we're up to, 19.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, 8.5 assists. All her shooting percentages are up. She's shooting better from 2 than Asia Wilson, my friends. Her EFG is up to 53.1%. I think this breaks down to what she's shooting from two down here. Let me just double check. Yeah, here's 54.9% from two. She is lighting it up. She's running rings around everybody in the league. It is absolutely crazy. She's just going to get better, right? As we keep talking, she's only a rookie. She's going to keep getting better. Now, I want to leave you. I want to leave you with something just because you know what? It's really, really funny, I think. So this is Caitlin Clark. Let's see, asked about the speed of the game. In case you can't hear the question, she's asked about. Now this is a short clip, so pay attention. I'll play it a second time. She's asked about the pace and can you play too fast?
I want to talk about pace with this team. Is there such a thing as too fast?
No, I like fast.
How much have you been?
I know it's really low. It's tough to hear. Let me see if I can crank this up a little bit for you. We'll try that one more time. Now I'll probably blast your eardrums out, but she's asked if it can be too fast.
I want to talk about pace with this team. Is there such a thing as too fast?
No, I like fast.
Just matter of fact, no hesitation in the answer. No, there is not too fast. I like fast. Folks, man, it's got the better Caitlin plays, the more screeching, screaming, and outrageous noise and allegations and ists and isms and phobes and all that other nonsense that you're going to hear about until eventually, like children throwing temper tantrums, they wear themselves out, go curl up in a ball in the corner, and give the rest of us some peace as we enjoy a journey from the beginning that is so much like Michael Jordan. If you miss that journey, buckle up. Don't miss anything about this because you are witnessing sports history in a situation that is incredibly, incredibly aware. I don't know about that face says I know something you don't. You people just have no idea. You really have no idea. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for checking out this video. As always, if you are enjoying the content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is huge. I know. I say it all the time. It's so true. But I'm going to leave it there, and I will talk to you later.